When it comes to small towns in America, few places are as unique as Delray Beach. It has all the sophistication you would want, yet it's wrapped in a lovely small package. And best of all, it's in the perfect location in South Florida. And when it comes to golf, our course of the week is a boutique club that all other private clubs try to emulate. Designed by renowned golf course architect Arthur Hills, Trepidation, Redemption, and Salvation here at Addison Reserve combine beauty and challenge. And what sets Trepidation apart from its two siblings is its soaring elevation changes. If you're familiar with an Arthur Hills designed golf course, then you know he has a tendency to give you plenty of room off the tee to hit to. And while finding the short grass off the tee is always a good thing, knowing what part of the fairway to hit it to is just as important out here on the Trepidation 9.
You can hit it in the fairway, but have little to no angle into the green. So I think it's important to hit a good tee ball into the correct spot so that you have an ability to hit the green and have a chance to 2-putt or 1-putt for a birdie.
And while there's plenty of opportunity to score out here on the Trepidation 9, it really begins with your ability to hit good approach shots into these well-protected greens.
It has some of the toughest green complexes between the 3 nines, where your second shot is key to making par or having birdie chances.
The first 2 holes on the Trepidation 9 are medium-length par 4s. Here at hole number 1, it's important to find the right spot in the fairway so that you have a good angle into the green. At hole number 2, that premise remains the same, only this time you need a little more distance off the tee so that you're able to challenge the green on your approach shot. And if you're looking for scoring opportunities out here on Trepidation, then look at holes number 5 and number 6. Both par 4s, one playing to 388 yards and the other to 317. The Trepidation 9 here at Addison Reserve, where it's all about understanding what part of the fairway to hit to and hitting accurate approach shots into every green out here.
I would say all 3 nines are about angles. It's not necessarily about how far you hit it, but how far and where you hit it so that you have a proper approach to the green and make sure that you can really challenge the course.
One of the keys to having success on the Arthur Hills designed golf courses here at Addison Reserve is to take advantage of the shorter par 4s. At 317 yards from the tips, Trepidation number 6 is the shortest of them all, yet it's going to take 2 really good shots to get on the green in regulation. Hole number 6 on the Trepidation course is not only the shortest par 4 on this 9, but it is the shortest par 4 of all 3 nines out here at Addison Reserve. For the long hitters, this is a reachable par 4. Playing to 317 yards from the back tee. For those players who are playing it as a normal par 4, you want to take aim for the fairway bunker up the left-hand side and fly it. Now, if you can do so, you'll find the speed slot.
That downslope should catapult your ball forward to the green, again, leaving you that good angle where you're hitting the length of the green instead of on the depth. It's easier from there to hold a wedge shot.
The 6th on Trepidation. On the scorecard, it looks like an easy birdie, but be happy if you walk off this green with a par.
Again, being able to get a wedge close to that hole is always a challenge. The further you get down the hole, the harder it is to hold the green.
Hi, I'm Mindy B from Fit for Golf, Fit for Life, and we're here at the beautiful Porter's Nut Country Club in Wilmington, North Carolina. You know, one of the biggest swing faults that I find whenever I watch one of my students or one of my golfers out on the range and we're looking at how the body is moving throughout the swing is loss of posture. What happens is the arms go too fast, the hips go too fast, and there's not a sequencing. So here's a little tip, an idea that you can do before you play, while you're on the first tee, while you're making the turn, or even near the very end when you're tired on number 18 and you feel like you're just coming out of your swing, losing posture, etc. So I'm going to grab my driver here. And what I want you to do is you're going to take this driver and you're going to put it right behind your shoulders, just like this. Now I'm going to turn because that's the direction I'm going to go towards my target. So I'm holding right here. I'm in my stance. And what I would recommend is go ahead and get in front of a mirror if you're going to try this at home. So then whenever you do get to the range and you do get to that first tee, you feel really good that you're in your position. Feel is not real, so you need to watch yourself. So you're in position. This is exactly how I would stand if I was getting ready for my drive. So you're going to put this right behind your shoulders. You're going to come back into a backswing very slowly, and you're going to try to keep your angle of your shoulders and the club right in that slot, right in that playing slot. The end of my club right here is aiming down to my ball, my imaginary ball. I can feel that I'm really loading that right hip. And I'm just going to very slowly come back to center, but then it should be exactly the same on the other side. And you can see how I'm slightly lifting up my foot. So just like that, no more than that. It can be quick, just to get everything moving fluidly, because you know what, in golf, we tend to tighten up anyway, don't we? So, in address, that position, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If my ball was here in front of me, I would aim one side of the club to the ball. As I come through it, aim the other side of the club to the ball. That helps prevent, as you can see, maybe an over the top, maybe a too far underneath, which is what I do sometimes, but it kind of helps you get right back into that, okay, let's take all the thinking out of the golf swing, and this is what it should feel like. So, club behind the back, quick little rotation, about 10 times, get those hips going. It's going to make your game even better every single time. So for that exercise and more, go ahead and visit my website, fitforgolfusa.com.
The Salvation 9 is the longest of all 3 nines out here at Addison Reserve. Yet with plenty of dog legs, it requires the player to find the right spot off the tee in the fairway, giving them the best angle into each and every green out here. Of the 3 nines out here at Addison Reserve, the Salvation course is the longest. From the back tee, Salvation placed at just over 3,400 yards.
Again, shot value from tee to green is very important.
Salvation also stands out for the number of dog legs course designer Arthur Hills placed on this 9.
You want to place your ball in the proper place on those dog legs so that you leave yourself a good length shot into the green to where you can keep it close to the hole.
And if you plan on scoring out here on the Salvation 9, you'll need to do so on some of the shorter par 4s, including hole number 1 that plays to 378 yards on the back tee. Hole number 2 is another one of those short dogleg par 4s. And while having distance off the tee is important here, just as important is finding the correct spot in the fairway that will give you the best angle into this green.
There are some deep bunkers around those greens to protect them. And again, with the flash bunkers here, always tough if you get in one of those bunkers to get the ball up and down and get it to the right spot on the green.
And when you teed up on hole number 3, you'll do so on a par 5 that is the longest of all par 5s out here at Addison Reserve. The Salvation course also features a couple of the tougher par 3s you will find out here in hole number 4 and hole number 7. The Salvation course, one of 3 9-hole courses designed by Arthur Hills, And all 27 holes of golf out here at Addison Reserve offer a fun and challenging round of golf for all skill levels.
The challenge here, again, is being able to hold the greens. Our better players that have challenges out here, if they're not striking the ball well and controlling where the ball is going, it's up to their short game to bail them out on those days.
Behind me is hole number 9 on the Salvation course. It's the second longest par 5 out here at Addison Reserve. So at 558 yards, you definitely need some distance off the tee. But then you also need a good second shot to find that right spot in the fairway so that you can attack the flag on your approach.
Of the 6 par 5s out here at Addison Reserve, hole number 9 on Salvation is the second longest, playing to 558 yards from the back tee. Off the tee, if you're playing the black or green tee, then you'll want to take aim for the center of the fairway. For those players playing for the white, yellow, or red tee, you'll want to play off the fairway bunker down the right-hand side. On your second shot, if you're not going for the green in 2, you want to lay up about 100 yards in front of the green, preferably on the left-hand side.
It is doable to get there in 2. I've seen it happen and seen some good shots, but the prudent play is to lay up and use your wedge game to help you make birdie on that hole.
And while the safe play might be to take aim for the center of the green, the way the green is structured, it forces most players to attack the flag at just about any pin location.
That green design has many levels and swales, and you got to be sure of where you're going to hit it. Otherwise, a 3-putt could be in your future pretty easily. Very tough par 5. Again, good tee shot. Prudent play is to lay up, hit something 170 to 200 yards on your second shot and leave yourself a full wedge into the green.
Hi, my name's Josh LaPointe. I am the head golf professional here at Addison Reserve. And today I'd like to talk to you about a contact drill to help you improve your ball striking. What we see a lot on the range when we're teaching our students is the ball contact just isn't solid and you're not getting the distance that you should. That comes from more than likely a lack of shaft lean into the ball. What we're going to do to improve that today is I'm going to give you 2 simple drills to help you square the face, hit the ball lower and more solid. The first drill is just a pure shaft lean drill where you put the ball off your right toe, and this helps you feel that shaft lean. So what you want to do is get lined up here, put your left hand on the club if you're a right-handed golfer over your left knee. We're going to really try and get that shaft lean happening so you get almost a 45-degree angle on shaft. You're going to take nice, small, hammer-like strokes. So if I'm swinging a hammer, it's going to be kind of a whipping motion to get the most out of it. So we're going to take it back just a little bit. We're going to feel this motion, and we're going to hold and turn down the face. If you can see, the face is turning down towards the golf ball. Okay, that's how you get a solid. We want to see the ball come out low, and we want to see it go left if anything. Okay, so here's how it should look. Okay, so I turned the face down, the ball came out left and went very low. You should probably do 3 or 4 or 5 of those in order to get the feel, but you really want the club coming down into the ground and stop abruptly. You don't want a full finish. Once you get that down, I would expand a little bit. I would still have it back in your stance, and I would do a half backswing, maybe 2/3, and I really want you to work on getting that shaft lean, get your hands way ahead and really turning down that shaft towards the ball. Turn it down, and I want you to do an abrupt stop, so the club should not go any further than that. Okay, so here's how that'll look. So I'm still lining back here. I'm going to take the club halfway back, and I'm going to turn it down. Okay, you control the club using your body to stop it. So again, that went low, it went left, and I stopped it abruptly right here. I hope that improves your ball striking and contact, and you hit the ball further.
Here on the Redemption 9, it's all about the angles. With its tight fairways and challenging green complexes, this 9 at Addison Reserve will have many a golfer leaving their driver in the bag and using a fairway wood or hybrid off the tee in most cases.
Of the 3 9-hole courses out here at Addison Reserve, the Redemption course is the shortest, yet it's just as challenging as its 2 other siblings. For the skilled golfer, the back black tees play the 32-42.
It's not about how far you hit it. Again, that of course is all about the angles. You want to leave yourself a proper approach shot into every green.
With its tight fairways, it's imperative that you find the short grass off the tee. Starting at hole number 1. If you try to shorten up this hole, you'll be taking on the H2O down the left-hand side. If you lay back, you'll have a tougher second shot into a well-protected green. Another great hole on the Redemption course is the par 5 third. At only 509 yards from the back tee, the longer hitters may be tempted to go up the left-hand side, giving them an opportunity to go for the green in 2.
A lot of times the better play is to hit 3-wood or even hybrid off a lot of the tees, give yourself a full wedge shot. The tendency though is, because some of the holes are shorter, is to try to challenge them.
At 220 yards, number 8's the longest par 3 here at Addison Reserve. And the challenge is you normally have a right to left wind or one that's back into your face.
And it's keeping the ball in play and realizing that hitting it up on the green and keeping it on the green is the most important part.
The Redemption 9 here at Addison Reserve Country Club in Delray Beach, Florida. One of 3 fantastic 9-hole courses designed by renowned golf course architect Arthur Hills. Redemption might be the shortest 9 out here, but it's certainly no walk in the park.
It's amazing how many people go out there and shoot their higher score in an 18-hole round after playing Salvation or Trepidation.
It's one thing for a private club to offer a plethora of amenities. But when you offer the entire package and you set the standard by which all other clubs aspire to, you're in a class by yourself. That's why Addison Reserve is constantly ranked as one of the top clubs not only here in the U.S., but around the globe.
A lot could be said about Addison Reserve. From its clubhouse to its 27 holes of Arthur Hills designed golf, to its lifestyle complex, featuring a magnificent freeform pool, and nearby, the Grill, a casual restaurant and bar, the spa, the fitness and tennis center.
We get to give this customized, personalized service to our members here, unlike or compared to some of the larger clubs that may not be able to do that.
And because of the club's commitment to exceptional service, Addison Reserve is ranked as one of the top private country clubs in the U.S. and around the world.
It's casual elegance. There's not a snobbiness here. The culture is something special that separates us from everybody else.
And within the community, each neighborhood takes on its own character and style. So when you put it all together, it's easy to see why Addison Reserve as a community and country club is in a class of its own.
Our members have had opportunities to stay at 5-star boutique properties. It's kind of what we pride ourselves on.
Redemption number 4. It's not the longest par 3 out here at Addison Reserve, but it makes up for that deficiency in beauty and challenge. And to each and every member out here at Addison, this is their signature hole.
Redemption hole number 4 is considered the signature par 3 at Addison Reserve. Playing to 171 yards from the back tee, this medium-length par 3 certainly has an interesting green complex.
Pretty generous green size, some bunkers surrounding it that you don't realize may be in play if you hit a poorly struck shot.
The key to having success here at hole number 4 is to find the center of the green and two-putt from there.
The one thing there is those tee boxes have you aimed off to the right into the bunkers that you don't think are in play, so a lot of people end up hitting it there when they're not paying attention.
And if you try to go pin hunting on this hole and end up short or even go long, you could be in trouble.
And again, leaving yourself in a poor place to get up and down makes what should be an easy par into a bogey.
Redemption number 4, a great par 3 at one of the great private clubs here in America. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. We do want to give special thanks to all the good folks here at Addison Reserve. I'm Alan Hunter for all of us here at Golf America. Hit 'em long and straight, and we'll see you next time.